So it seems like Yeat and Don Toliver are beefing Ken Carson, bro. Earlier today, Don Toliver came out and said that his baby mama had more money than Ken Carson, bro. And Ken didn't even deny it, bro. So I'm like, what the fuck, Ken? So this shit must be true or some shit. Then Ken responded back saying he's a pussy. And then he deleted the tweet for some reason. Well, the Instagram post. I don't know why he deleted it, bro. You gotta stand on business. Now, I know that Yeat and Ken Carson, they always have beef. I don't know why they really have beef, though. It has to be for some dumb shit, bro. People are saying because they're jealous of Yeat. So, I'm just gonna go straight into this bitch. Let's get to Duty's channel, bro. Shout out Duty. We're gonna react to this shit, bro.
We know that whole thing with Ken and Yeat goes way back, you know? And it's not like they're just dissing each other over and over again. Yeat never responds at all. He doesn't say anything.
Really?
He doesn't even acknowledge Opium. And after 2022...
Yo, bro, I thought it was about to be Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. Yo, imagine fucking Yeat and Don Toliver versus Opium, bro. They make diss tracks back and forth just like how Kendrick and Drake did on 12 p.m. and then they respond back at 12:01 with a response. Yo, that shit would be history, bro. Cinema.
Things have completely changed. And if I had a whole history lesson about this whole situation, this video might be 40 minutes long. But we're not going to do that. Because the only proof we got is Yeat, alright? And I know that sounds crazy to say, but yeah, that's the only proof we got. Because he's the only person that kind of initiate and gas up the beef to make it be.
I don't see Yeat selling out shows left and right. Yeat could never make anything that would come close to touching the greatest of Ken's albums. Stop comparing my patnas to this Eminem with autotune and reverb. Yo, this is the most, Lil 88, this is the most stupidest shit I ever seen in my life, bro. What? Eminem with autotune and reverb? Yo, Eminem comes nowhere close to Yeat with ad-libs at all, bro. I'm sorry, I'm not glazing, bro. Eminem will never do Yeat ad-libs ever in his life, bro. You can't compare a lyrical rapper that raps fast to Yeat. You can't do that. Yeat could never make anything that will come close to touching the greatest of Ken's albums. I'm not gonna lie to you, A Great Chaos is fire, bro. It is like one of the best albums of 2020, bro. And that's, I don't know if it's a hot take, if that's a hot take. A Great Chaos was just crazy, bro. It was revolutionary. But come on, bro. We got Two Alive, bro. This is blasphemy. Blasphemous. How you say that word? Blasphemy. And he not shouting out shows. He just went to the Las Vegas Sphere.
Be bigger than what it is, you know? And the whole point being is that we know that Opium doesn't mess with Yeat, and Yeat doesn't mess with Opium because he don't even acknowledge them or he don't say anything about them at all. But we don't actually know that from Yeat's perspective, but he doesn't address them. Even if there's beef going on, he don't say anything. And people try to make up things saying that they know what happened and all that, but we don't know. Nobody has never came out to actually acknowledge what happened, but clearly something happened, all right? But that's not the point, because I'm sure that y'all seen Don Toliver and Yeat perform the other day, right? They had a whole performance where they were a duo at Summer Smash, the only duo actually, and it was actually cool though. I think they jumped off a helicopter or they were skydiving or whatever. Good songs were played. You know, Ken did the same thing, but he performed on Sunday, the last day of it. And as I'm watching, Ken out of nowhere just said something slick. And I ain't think that much of it, but this might have been the second song or the first song that he played. But before the beat even dropped, you could just hear Ken say, "Fuck you talking about? Ain't no duos." A whole bunch of people was like, the only...
Somebody in my comments, yo, shout out to the nigga that said that in the comments. He said, Yeat this? I'm like, damn, I didn't even hear that shit, bro. I literally had the reaction up. I didn't even hear that shit.
The duo that has performed here recently was Don Toliver and Yeat. And we know that you don't like Yeat, but is he dissing Don Toliver? But here's the video right here.
Reaction to a video.
Oh, he said more than that.
I'm sorry, my nigga. That shit hard, bro. Yo, I wish these niggas could just make it up and stop fighting, bro. Because this shit is hard. I'm the Lord of Chaos.
We don't care about them because I think something like that. And then you got people saying, why can't they just be friends? Somebody made a good point. He said, has Yeat ever acknowledged any of these jazz from Opium? And everybody's saying no. And I kind of think it's because, you know, Yeat knows that he's bigger than all of them. But I do miss these days too, man, when they were all just cool. And y'all know how that shit goes. Once the video got out there and it started spreading like wildfire, it was only a matter of time before people actually started seeing it. And everybody started using a caption on their tweets that, yo, Ken Carson is dissing Yeat during his Summer Smash performance. But there's one person they was missing out in his caption, because this guy replied fast, and that was Don Toliver. Because the next day, this is what Don Toliver said on this story. This is what he said first. He said, niggas be on some lame shit. Just get your money and go home. Laugh out loud. And then he said this, my baby mama got more money than you niggas. You need to work harder. Laughing emoji. And then Ken had...
Bro, I searched that up earlier, man. Kelly Uchez, bro. I was confused as shit, bro. He dated Kelly Uchez. That he has a baby with Kelly Uchez, bro. Kelly Uchez is the girl that was on Tyler's album, right? Trace. And Ken didn't really respond back to that, bro. He didn't. He just took that shit, to be honest. So I'm guessing it's true.
responded to him. He said, "You the worst thing that happened to your baby mama, pussy ass." And y'all know right after Ken said this, he deleted that shit. He got rid of it. I know how the opium dudes are, bro. They get
I'm sorry, Ken, bro. You can't do that, bro. You gotta keep that shit up. If you're gonna say you pussy out, you gotta keep that shit up, bro.
rid of that shit very fast. So yeah, you're seeing it right. Ken Carson and Don Toliver are going back and forth through stories and all that. So I made a TikTok about a week ago because I seen this video of Lone taking Don Toliver off his album for Love Lasts Forever. And I made a video about it, and a whole bunch of people were saying, yo, Don Toliver and Lone are not beefing, bro.
I remember, bro, it was like Lone's girlfriend said that Lone was talking shit about Don Toliver, but he was still in the studio with him, making music with him for some reason. I don't know what really happened, what was the altercation, but his girlfriend did say that he was talking shit about Don.
They got songs together. And I'm not trying to gas up the beef and be like, yo, something is going on. But this right here, Yeat and Don Toliver going back and forth, kind of shows you that it's deeper than just a one-on-one issue, you know? Y'all know Don Toliver and Lone kind of had something in the past, but I think it's squashed. I don't know if they cool now, but y'all remember Lone,
I think they are cool.
Literally said that, yo, she couldn't even listen to Don Toliver without Lone calling him a FA, you know?
Oh,
Lone
yeah.
is not with this girl no more. Obviously, probably was gassing it up, or she probably was lying. I don't know. Some people were saying that, yeah, she was lying or whatever. She was just trying to start up an issue. But it's kind of just making sense now, like, maybe there's something going on. And we don't want this to escalate to the point where you'll have rappers like Cardi and Travis jump in. Even though that won't happen. It won't happen, okay? Let me not jinx that shit. Because obviously Cardi and Travis go way back. They super cool. But then y'all got the guys under y'all like Don, Ken, and the outsider like Yeat. Everybody just beefing with each other.
Oh yeah, I just thought about that shit, bro. The top bosses are literally friends, bro. Why do we have to beef, bro? If you're not making diss tracks, you don't gotta beef with nobody in the music industry, bro. Collabs are everything, bro. Niggas go crazy for collabs. You don't gotta beef in the music industry if you're not gonna make diss tracks, nigga. It's not the 80s, bro. It's not 50 Cent versus Eminem, nigga.
It's all about. And mark my words when I say this, bro. I got a huge feeling 88 is gonna find some way, somehow, to put himself in this conversation. Some way, somehow, watch. He gonna make a tweet talking about, you're not 00. We didn't did this, we didn't did that. You know,
not a fan of Fortnite duo. During his performance at Summer Smash yesterday, he said, "Fuck you talking about."
Not talking about no damn.
For reaction to a reaction to a reaction of a tweet, bro.
Keep my smile down. I mean, I don't know what else he could be talking about. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of insane at this point that Yeat still hasn't responded to this shit, gang. It's been 3 years. He been getting dissed by one of the best record labels, whatever you want to call it, one of the best crews in hip hop right now, Opium. He been getting dissed by everybody except for Cardi, and he still hasn't said anything. And it's kind of no point because he bigger than all of them except for Cardi. Why would he? And let's just say maybe it went like this.
I don't fuck with these niggas like they got a. That's not even right, bro. That's not even right, dog. When the fuck did he post this? And whose lyric is this? I didn't know they was beefing like this. They sending subs? Oh, both of these niggas. I forgot. Lone's gonna ride for Ken, obviously. Fuck, I forgot, bro. Both of these niggas are beefing with this nigga, bro.
All of them except for Cardi. Why would he? And let's just say maybe it went like this. Ken was performing. He dissed Yeat, but he wasn't trying to diss Don. Even though he stated duo and not Yeat's name specifically, he probably was just talking about Yeat because that's clearly the person that he had an issue with in the past. But the minute that Don Toliver responded on his story, it kind of gassed Ken up to be like, you know what? Fuck you too. You with the ops. We don't mess with you either. So it got a lot of us like rethinking like maybe this situation is bigger than what it is. But that probably might not even be the issue. It might just be a Ken and Yeat thing. But now it's bigger than that. We had people under Cardi and Trav beef. Literally, they're artists. And now you got people out there debating whether Don Toliver and Ken Carson is better. They're two different type of artists. Like I told y'all, here they go with these comparisons. Because somebody just made a tweet. He's like, if they took the stage like Yeat and Don, they will blow their performance out the water. And I'm not gonna.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even want to compare like that, bro. Yo, this tweet just hurt my heart, bro. This tweet actually hurt my heart. I don't even want to compare like that, bro. Fuck no, bro.
And I'm not gonna lie, Don is a good performer, but that's not a bad take at all. He said it like it was a crazy take or something. And I'm gonna make it clear, I'm not on nobody's side, but I'm not sure why Ken diss Yeat for having a duo or whatever, or doing a duo thing with his performance. But if we being real, Ken duo is literally Lone. That's his duo too. You know, they didn't perform together before, and so I don't know if it's like an ego war.
They performed together?
Like he's trying to prove that he doesn't need anybody. And don't get it twisted, I know it's Opium. They didn't found some
shit. Fuck it, bro. Have a verse off, bro. Who could do the better performance, bro? You saw Yeat and Don shit? go ahead and do your own shit. Let's see who can do the better performance, bro.
Weird ways to kind of diss people and all that. Like, for example, with the whole Yeat situation, Ken hasn't actually said anything until now. The only thing we were going based off is Ken liking tweets or Lone liking tweets here and there, or 88 making the tweet talking about Eminem hinting at Yeat, and then Ken and Lone co-signing the shit. And then y'all remember last year, Yeat and Ken were trying to drop on the same day as each other or something like that. So it's never been a huge problem until now. Who makes better music, Don Toliver or Ken Carson? But yeah, anyways, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole Ken and Yeat beef.
I think it makes better music, bro. I'm gonna react to Don Toliver's Heartstone Psycho tomorrow. We gonna see if that shit's actually fire, bro. But for right now, I gotta say Ken right now, bro. But Don Toliver is definitely more talented than Ken to me. Cause that nigga, bro, if you saw that nigga performance, bro, he talented. Shout out Duty, bro. How y'all feel, bro? Yeah, exactly. How y'all feel, bro, about this shit? I feel like they should just make up, bro. I don't want nobody to fight. We could make amazing music. Just collab together, man. Fuck the beef. If you're not gonna drop a diss track, don't beef. We want diss tracks, bro. If a Civil War comes with Yeat and Don Toliver versus Opium, we're gonna be here, bro. We gonna react to that shit. Hey, give me your thoughts and opinions, bro. I'm gonna see y'all niggas later, bro. Peace. Like, so do what the fuck y'all niggas want, man. I love y'all, bro.